little butterflies. Flap, flap their wings, go, go long distances, so you know you can make it too. Hi out there in the YouTube. So, me, Puzzle Master, and in this video we're going to be talking all about Pisces, the fish, swimming in opposite directions, okay? So, let's start with that, I guess. The symbol, okay? Or like the glyph of the fishes, like the animal. So, they often feel that they are torn in two different directions. And, similar to a lot of the other dual signs like Gemini or Libra, or even like the Centaur, which I know you're thinking, the Centaur, like Sagittarius, isn't a dual sign, but it is, because it has like half human, half animal. You ever think of it that way? Right? But Pisces, what can we say about Pisces here? So the fishes, also a water sign, right? That's why I'm wearing this blue shirt. Bring more kind of wateriness to this. Water signs are the most emotional. Okay, so they're like, it's the last water sign too, okay? And you have to also remember the house system. And in the house system, if you look up the wheel, it represents endings, healings, closure, spirituality, solitude, karma, old age, the afterlife, what's hidden, limiting belief systems, the subconscious mind. Now, this is a very spiritual sign because they're very empathetic, very emotionally tapped in beings. And I kind of like to call them, I've never read this anywhere, but they call them like the chameleon of the zodiac. Or that's what I like to call them. Because they take on the form by which they are around. And they need alone time a lot too, Pisces people, because obviously everyone needs some alone time, but being around people can be extremely draining, because having that, like, X-Men, like when Mystique can transform and she's just like creepy like that. I like the X-Men, and Mystique's cool, and she was one of my favorites. But imagine as a Pisces that you do that uncontrollably. So meaning, like, if you were around a Gemini, you would become more Gemini-like. If you were, or just like that person, like in all of what they are, like you would tend to, that's what Pisces do, I find. Like, they're very psychic sign, and they can feel other people's emotions and stuff so strongly that it's almost like it's their own. And that's why it's really important for Pisces to, and trust me, they will get their alone time, because another thing about Pisces is don't be clingy, like kind of like, because they're the symbol of the fish, right? Like two fishes. Well, imagine if you try to grab onto a fish, it's just gonna like whoop and slip away, okay? And like two fishes, they'll just swim away. So I mean, Pisces can also be known for kind of pulling the disappearing act and avoidance, and they can also be, as an emotional sign, extremely shy. Like, shy to a fault, meaning like, they're the fishes. Like, you ever like try to catch a fish with your hand? Like, they're pretty shy creatures. Like, you need like a bait and a hook to like lure them, kind of thing. Because like otherwise they're just like swimming around. Like, just keep swimming, 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 just keep swimming, swim, swim, swim. Something like that. That's from like Dory, right? Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swim, swim, swim. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swim, swim, swim. Yeah, I make up little songs here and there. Yes, they are the spiritual sign of the zodiac. So they tend to be kind of like the priest of the zodiac, which links into like the limiting belief system. Because given that they're like psychic nature, they can like, if they grew up in like a Christian family or something, they can like have become that so strongly that it can define them more than who they are inside. And I think a lot of Pisces need to try to be able to break free from like cultural conditioning and to be a little more aware of that, because they tend to fall trap to limiting belief systems. You know, kind of like, I'll use that religion example. So like if they're a Christian, understand that there's so many other religions out there that all worship God. You know, like in a conformed sense of unity. Just wouldn't you understand that kind of like with the different languages, like in English, blue, in French, bleu, you know, and like in all the other different languages, like how you'd say it in Chinese or in Russian, like would sound different, and but we're talking about the same thing. And I think that a lot of religions and stuff really need to try to realize that, because just by thinking about it, you know, like using some common sense instead of just limiting belief systems, which, you know, and actually maybe try to tap into the positive aspect of Pisces and their empathy, their ability to see from other people's shoes, because see how much like problems and things arise in the world when people worry too much about blue or bleu. Like when it is what it is, people. Like like, oh, which brings me to Jupiter, the rulerships, okay? Because it's ruled by Jupiter, which looks like the number 4, and Neptune, which looks like a trident, and it's all like from Poseidon and Neptune, okay? So the god of the ocean. Like, I mean, most people know about Jupiter, and it represents like expanse and, you know, luck and prosperity. Neptune is what brings the romance. It's what gives Pisces that extra like Poseidon, like it's a water sign, but it also has Neptune. None of the other ones have Neptune. And Neptune is all about, well, like the ocean, romance, and like delusion almost. Like, because I mean, it's real, but is it? Because if it's just an emotional thing, it's just in the ether. I mean, so, and that trident kind of represents that they have, I wouldn't want to say control, but like, they have that element about them. Like, it doesn't mean they can necessarily control it, like, because I'm sure they boo-hoo about that kind of stuff all the time. That romantic aura. Everyone has a Neptune in their chart, so everyone can have that ability. But obviously, as a Pisces, if it's their sun or moon, that's really going to be, you know, oomphed up in their character. The greatest problems in your life is going to be that life offers you choices, variability, and like that can be difficult sometimes for Pisces people.
Extremely shy.
But yes, I just kind of wanted to do kind of a little quick Pisces video, and I think I pretty much summed up all the traits. They're also a mutable sign, and as the last sign, so and mutability, so that means pretty much what I said, like the chameleon nature, like given like they're able to take on traits of other people, and oftentimes they need that like retreat time to kind of like be able to know who they are as a person without all the like hustle bustle of the city and all the like thoughts and everything just flying around. Like they need some calm and some relaxation, some tranquility to calm the mind. Some Maya shit. And leave me comments and let me know what you think of how I did. Like, was the background music too loud? Like, because I'm pretty bad about that, eh? Like I do, like, in the editing program, spend a lot of time tinkering with it. So I hope that it was appropriate. And if it's not, let me know, because I will re-upload it. Because that's how important your feedback in that is. It's so appreciated. So, thank you. And over and out. All the butterflies flap, flap their wings, go, go long distances, so you know you can make it too.